A woman's car is found, abandoned, a mile from her apartment. Security cameras captured someone parking it, walking away. The person knew exactly where the cameras were. Every step, every angle. They walked through the blind spots, frame by frame. The face is never visible. Not once. Another night, another mile, another case that never closed. Tonight, Jennifer Joyce Kesse, 24 years old, finance manager, Orlando, Florida, January 24, 2006. She left for work in the morning. She never arrived. Her car was found 2 days later, parked perfectly, wiped clean. The person who left it there knew they were being filmed, and they made sure no one would ever see their face. This is what we know. January 23, 2006. Monday evening, Jennifer Kesse returns to Orlando from a vacation. She'd been in the Caribbean with her boyfriend, Rob Allen, 4 days, St. Croix. They flew back separately, Rob to his home, Jennifer to hers. She lives alone. Mosaic at Millennia Apartments, a gated community. New construction, safe area. Jennifer arrives home around 6 p.m. She unpacks, showers, orders food delivery. Around 8 p.m., she talks to Rob on the phone. Normal conversation, plans for the week, work tomorrow. They talk for about an hour. She's tired, jet lag. She goes to bed early, around 10 p.m. January 24, 2006. Morning. Jennifer's alarm goes off. 6 a.m. She gets ready for work, showers, does her hair, gets dressed. She's a finance manager at Central Florida Investments. Professional, always on time, always prepared. She leaves her apartment around 8 a.m., locks the door, gets in her car, a black 2004 Chevy Malibu. She drives out of the complex, through the security gate. That's the last confirmed sighting. 10 a.m. Jennifer's boss notices she hasn't arrived. She's never late. He tries calling. No answer. He calls again. Straight to voicemail. He emails her. No response. 1 p.m. Her parents, Drew and Joyce Kesse, get a call from Rob. He's worried. Jennifer isn't answering her phone. She didn't show up to work. This isn't like her. Drew calls Jennifer's office. They confirm she never arrived. He calls her apartment complex. Security checks her parking spot. Her car is gone. Drew and Joyce drive to Orlando. 2 hours from their home. They arrive at Jennifer's apartment. Her door is locked. They use their spare key. Inside, everything looks normal. Her bed is made. Shower is wet. Clothes laid out. Her briefcase is on the counter. Packed for work. Her purse is there. Her phone charger, plugged in. But Jennifer is gone. And so is her car. Drew calls the police. Orlando Police Department takes the report. Missing person. Adult. 24 years old. They say to wait. She might have gone somewhere. Drew insists this isn't normal. Jennifer would never just disappear. Police begin an investigation. January 26, 2006. 2 days later, a resident at Huntington on the Green Apartments calls police. There's a car in the parking lot. It's been there for days. Black Chevy Malibu. They run the plates. It's Jennifer's car. Police arrive at Huntington on the Green. It's about a mile from Jennifer's apartment. The car is parked, neatly, between the lines. No damage. Investigators examine it. The car is clean. Too clean. It's been wiped down, inside and out. No fingerprints on the door handles. No prints on the steering wheel. Nothing. They check the interior. Jennifer's cell phone isn't there. Her iPod is missing. But her work files are still in the back seat, untouched. They dust for prints anyway. They find a few, partials, smudged. Not enough to identify. Police review security footage from the apartment complex. There's a camera at the entrance. It captured something. January 24th, around 12 p.m., noon. Jennifer's car pulls into the parking lot, slowly, parks in a visitor spot. The driver gets out, walks away. The person is wearing light-colored clothing, jeans or khaki, a white shirt. They walk along the fence line, past the pool, toward the exit. Police watch the footage. The person knows where the cameras are. Every step they take, they're in a blind spot. The camera captures them, but only in pieces. A shoulder, an arm, the top of their head, but never the face. Not once. It's not luck. It's deliberate. They're timing their steps, walking between the fence posts. Each post blocks the camera for a split second. and they walk exactly when the camera is blocked, frame by frame. Investigators count. The person passes the camera view 13 times, across different angles, 13 chances to see their face. 13 times it's hidden. Police release the footage, ask for public help. Can anyone identify this person? Height, approximately 5'3" to 5'5". Build, slim. Could be male, could be female. The footage is too grainy, too obscured. No one can tell. Thousands of tips come in. None lead anywhere. Investigators search Jennifer's apartment. No signs of struggle. No forced entry. Everything is in place. They interview her neighbors. No one saw anything. No one heard anything. They talk to her co-workers. Everyone says the same thing. Jennifer was responsible, punctual. She would never just leave. They interview Rob, her boyfriend. He was at his home, 2 hours away. Phone records confirm he was calling her all morning. He's eliminated as a suspect. They interview her family, her friends, her ex-boyfriends. Everyone cooperates. Everyone has alibis. Police look into the construction at her apartment complex. Mosaic at Millennia was still being built. Workers were on site daily. Dozens of contractors, coming and going. Jennifer had complained about them. Some of them made her uncomfortable. She told her parents. Workers would catcall, stare, follow her to her car. She felt watched. Police interview the workers. Some don't speak English. Some are undocumented. Many left after the complex was finished. No forwarding addresses, no records. Several are never found. Investigators check Jennifer's phone records. The last activity was the night before, 8:10 p.m. Call to Rob. After that, nothing. No calls, no texts. The phone went offline sometime after 10 p.m. It never came back on. Police searched the area around Huntington on the green. Dumpsters, ponds, vacant lots. Nothing. They bring in search dogs. The dogs track Jennifer's scent from her apartment to her parking spot. Then the scent disappears. She got in her car. But where she went after that, the dogs can't tell. And this is where the story gets strange. Jennifer's apartment complex had security cameras at the gate, in the parking lots. They recorded 24/7, but the cameras at Jennifer's building, they malfunctioned. The night she disappeared, and the morning after, no footage, just static. Police checked the system. It had been working fine for weeks. Then it stopped. January 23rd, the night Jennifer came home. It started working again. January 25th, the day after her car was found. 2 days of footage, gone. The person who parked Jennifer's car, they knew exactly where to walk. Experts analyzed the footage, the way they moved, the timing. It wasn't random. They had to have studied the cameras, known the blind spots, known when to step, when to pause. This was rehearsed, or they'd done it before. Investigators found something else. Jennifer's condo was broken into. Not recently, months before she disappeared. She came home one day. The door was open. Nothing was taken, but someone had been inside. She reported it. Police found no signs of forced entry. She changed her locks, but the break-in was never solved. Was it connected? No one knows. There's another detail. The morning Jennifer disappeared, her shower was wet, her hairdryer was out, her clothes were laid, but her work shoes were still in the closet. The outfit on her bed didn't match the shoes in the closet. Jennifer was meticulous. She planned her outfit. Why lay out clothes that didn't match, unless she didn't lay them out? Investigators checked her credit card. No activity after January 23rd. Her bank account, no withdrawals, no transfer. Her email. The last sent message was the night she returned from vacation. After that, nothing. But her email was accessed. January 24th, 12:30 p.m. 30 minutes after her car was parked at Huntington on the Green, someone logged into her account from a computer. Investigators traced the IP. It came from a public library in Orange County. They checked the library's security footage. Nothing conclusive. Dozens of people used the computers that day. They couldn't identify who accessed Jennifer's email or what they were looking for. Someone took Jennifer. Someone drove her car. Someone wiped it clean. Someone logged into her email. And someone made sure no one would ever see their face. Theory 1. Jennifer was abducted from her apartment early morning before she left for work. Someone got inside, took her, drove her car away. This explains the wet shower, the laid-out clothes. She was getting ready, but she never finished. But it doesn't explain the lack of struggle. No signs of forced entry, no screams, no one heard anything. And it doesn't explain how they got in. Jennifer was careful. She locked her door. Theory 2. Jennifer was abducted from her car. She left for work. Normal morning. Someone followed her, forced her off the road, or carjacked her. This explains why her car was driven away, why it was cleaned, but it doesn't explain the timing. Jennifer left around 8 a.m. Her car wasn't parked until noon, 4 hours. Where was the car during that time? What happened in those 4 hours? Theory 3. It was someone from the construction crew, someone who had access to the complex, who knew the cameras, who had been watching Jennifer. This explains the knowledge of the blind spot, the comfort moving around the complex. But it doesn't explain why Jennifer never called for help. She had her phone with her when she left. If she was taken, why didn't she use it? Theory 4. It was someone Jennifer knew, someone she trusted, someone she let into her apartment, or someone she agreed to meet. This explains the lack of forced entry, the lack of struggle. She went willingly at first, but it doesn't explain who. Police investigated everyone in her life, friends, co-workers, ex-boyfriends. Everyone had alibi. Everyone passed polygraph. Theory 5. Jennifer was taken at her apartment between 8 and 10 p.m. the night before, not the morning of. The wet shower, the laid-out clothes, staged, to make it look like she left for work. This explains the missing surveillance footage. The malfunction. Someone disabled it, but it doesn't explain the phone call to Rob. At 8:00 p.m., she was fine. Normal conversation. She showed no distress. If someone was in the apartment, she would have said something. Every theory fits part of the evidence. None of them fit all of it. In the weeks after Jennifer disappeared, Orlando police received thousands of tips, possible sightings, suspicious people, theories. None led to Jennifer. In 2008, the FBI joined the investigation. They brought in additional resources, behavioral analysts, forensic experts. They re-examined the evidence, the car, the footage, Jennifer's computer. They found nothing new. In 2009, the case was featured on America's Most Wanted. Millions of viewers. The phone lines lit up. None of the tips panned out. In 2010, Drew and Joyce Kesse sued the Orlando Police Department. They wanted access to the case files. They believed police weren't doing enough. The legal battle took years. In 2016, the Kesses won. They got the files. They created their own investigation, hired private detectives, reviewed every piece of evidence. In 2018, new technology allowed for analysis of the surveillance footage, enhanced imaging, frame-by-frame reconstruction. They tried to identify the person. Still nothing. The blind spots were too perfect. In 2019, a witness came forward, said they saw Jennifer's car on the morning of January 24th, parked on the side of the road, near a vacant lot. The witness reported it to police. They searched the area, found nothing. In 2020, the FBI conducted a new search, focusing on properties owned by former construction workers, vacant homes, storage units. Nothing. In 2024, age progression images were released, showing what Jennifer might look like at 42. Billboards went up across Florida. The images were shared online. Still no credible leads. Drew and Joyce Kesse continue to search. They maintain a website, findjenniferkesse.com. They offer a reward, $15,000 for information. They field tips daily. They haven't stopped. As of 2026, Jennifer Kesse has been missing for 20 years. The case is still open, still active. Orlando Police Department has a dedicated detective assigned. The FBI considers it a priority case, but there have been no arrests, no charges, no named suspects. Jennifer's parents have never given up. They've dedicated their lives to finding her. They've interviewed hundreds of people, traveled across the country following leads, spent their savings. They won't stop. In 2025, a new witness came forward, claimed to have information about the construction workers, said one of them talked about Jennifer, made comments. Police investigated. The worker was located in another state. He denied any involvement. No evidence connected him to the case. He was released. The The person of interest from the surveillance footage has never been identified. Investigators have theories: height, build, possible gender, but no name, no face, just a figure walking through blind spots. Jennifer's case has been featured on Unsolved Mystery, Disappeared, 48 Hours, dozens of podcasts, YouTube channels. Millions of people know her story, but no one knows where she is. If you have information about Jennifer Kesse's disappearance, contact the Orlando Police Department 407-246-2470 or visit findjenniferkesse.com to submit tips directly to her family. The road keeps going. The cameras keep recording. Someone parked Jennifer's car, walked away, disappeared into the city. They knew where to step, when to move, how to stay hidden, frame by frame. They were never seen. 20 years later, they still haven't been found. Who was walking through those blind spots? If you know something about this case, the comments are open. If you want more roads like this, I'll keep driving.